Good, you see here another mistake that should be avoided, which is a too thick block. So what do I mean with that? So in our mind is when we are going for a block, we should have a block with a lot of sponges part or a lot of cancellous part attached. But this is not the case. We are aiming actually only for the cortical bone. That means we should also do all, which is in our possibilities to create the breaking line exactly between the cortical part and the sponges part. This makes the procedure less invasive, less hammering, and of course also faster. So, and also the angle should be right. So what you see here is actually then the wrong angle, and you went too far to the lingual side, and it ends up that we are harvesting a too big block actually, which means also more hammering and so on. And we want to do this actually as minimal invasive as possible. And overall, I mean, the idea is always the same. We are making 4 cuts or 3 cuts and the perforations which should overlap. So sorry for always repeating myself, but this is how we are learning. I learned this technique while I was 4 years at Professor Curry by repetition. So I've seen hundreds and hundreds of cases and seen the lectures. And every time you're catching another detail, and the devil is always in the detail, as you know. But the overall idea is we cut maybe 10% of these lines and the other 90% are broken out. And of course, we want to reduce the invasiveness of that. And here an example, you see a CBCT. We have the cortical bone, we have the cancellous bone, and the idea is to cause our fracture exactly between them. Usually some sponges bone might be attached, but we don't need to work with that. We use only cortical bone also for the chips, no need for sponges bone. And this is what we also should avoid, the wrong angle when we are placing our perforations, because then we can also bring a little bit more risk that we come close to the nerve. And this is, of course, what we should avoid.